In one of my previous videos, I discussed the difference in tax treatment between a limited liability company and a business name. In that video, I talked about the potential tax benefits and potential risk of doing business with either of these two forms of business structures. In this video, I'll be talking about the tax treatment of two types of partnerships: limited liability partnership and a general partnership. These two forms of partnerships have significant differences in their legal treatment, and of course, these differences are reflected in their tax treatment. So let's start with a general partnership. A general partnership, in simple terms, is a partnership where the partners have unlimited liability to satisfy the debts and other obligations of the partnership. The partnership itself does not have a separate legal personality from the partners, and for this reason the partnership cannot sue or be sued, and if anybody has a claim against the partnership, it is the partners themselves that can be sued. For tax purposes, a general partnership is treated as a transparent entity. In other words, the law disregards the entity of the partnership and deals directly with the partners, and for this reason it is the partners that have the obligation to pay taxes and file tax returns on their own share of the partnership income. The situation is different where you are dealing with limited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership, unlike a general partnership, has separate legal personality from the partners. It can sue and be sued, and it is responsible or liable to satisfy its debts or other obligations. So where a person has a claim against a limited liability partnership, it's not the partners that the person can actually sue, it is the partnership that the person can sue. The concept of a limited liability partnership is relatively new in Nigeria, and until 2020, even the Companies and Allied Matters Act, which is actually the primary legislation that governs the incorporation and management of businesses in Nigeria, did not have any provisions for limited liability partnerships. And for this reason, there was no clear separate tax regime for limited liability partnerships until after 2020. But the position has now been clarified under the new tax laws, which define a company to include a limited liability partnership. So what this means is that a limited liability partnership is subject to the same kind of tax treatment as a limited liability company. So it is the partnership that is liable to file tax returns on its income and profit. It is the partnership that is responsible for paying taxes on its income. The partners cannot be charged to tax on the partnership income. The partners can only be charged to tax where the partnership income has been distributed or the income has been deemed distributed by the tax authority. Now, in the video that I made reference to at the beginning of this video, I have talked about the tax benefits that apply to small companies in Nigeria. Those benefits will also apply to a limited liability partnership that falls within the revenue threshold and qualifies as a small company. On the other hand, a general partnership is subject to similar tax treatment as a sole proprietorship, in that it is not the partnership that is responsible for satisfying tax obligations and liabilities on the partnership income, but the partners themselves will be responsible for doing that.